In this tutorial, I will give you a brief tour of Lightroom. There are lots of different options for using Lightroom. I'm going to go over just a couple of basic things to get started, and then as we progress through the semester, you will learn more of the nuances of Lightroom. So to begin, we are in the library within Lightroom. So if we look at the upper right on the screen, we have a couple of different options here. The first one being library. This is where you can see the photos that you've imported into the program for editing. And if we go to the left menu, we have a catalog, and generally the catalog defaults to previous import. So this shows you the photos that you most recently imported into Lightroom. However, you can look at all of your photographs within the catalog, so all of the photos that you've imported into Lightroom, just by clicking on all photographs. And that will give you a long list of however many photos you've imported into Lightroom. We will talk about how to edit and streamline your catalog at a later tutorial. Next, we'll go over to the Develop module. So if we go back up to the upper right, where it says Library, just to the right of that is Develop. And this is where you're going to do most of your work in Lightroom for editing. Let's talk about a couple of options. So we'll start with the menu on the left, and I have the presets menu open up right now, and you notice as I'm scrolling over it's showing me different presets that could be applied to the photo. We are basically not going to use the presets menu in this class, though I will later on in the semester show you how to make your own presets. The reason that we generally don't use presets is these are adjustments that somebody else created as a general adjustment, and this course is all about you learning how to create your own photos that suit your own vision. So I don't want you to apply somebody else's idea of editing to your photo. I want you to make your own decisions based on the objectives of the course to editing your photographs. So the presets menu is there, but we're not going to use that very often. Now, we do have a history menu, which I'll be showing you in future tutorials how to use it, but basically this stores every adjustment that you've ever made to your photo within Lightroom so that you can actually backtrack and undo certain adjustments to your photo. That is there anytime that you go into Lightroom to edit your photo. It stores your history for you. Collections is a way to organize your photos within Lightroom. We will talk about that at a later time. On the right side, we have editing tools. And in our next tutorial, we are going to talk about how to use some of these editing tools, but I will just click through very quickly the basic menu and show that there are sliders to make adjustments to your photos. And each of these is going to be used with specific assignments as we go through the semester. So we will talk about the details of those in other tutorials. Finally, previous and reset. These are helpful tools to know about. So let's just make some adjustments, maybe some adjustments that I don't really like to the photo. All right, so there's some adjustments, but maybe I don't like those. So I can hit the reset button, and it'll bring me back to my original. So if you're in the beginning playing around with your adjustments and you're unsure of what you really want to do with a photo, that's a quick way to get back to your original. And notice also now my history on the left has some items in it because this is storing every adjustment that I make to the photo. So I can click back through and look at my adjustments, or I can go all the way back down to the bottom where it says import, and that will also reset and give me my original photo. We will talk about copy, paste, and previous in another tutorial, but for now, this should get you started with Lightroom and some of the basics of getting around the program.